Bluff City Media presents the No Bluffing Podcast. Stepping up to the microphone are your hosts, Christian Ingram and Evan Hayes. Now, let's get to the show.
Grizz Nation, what's going on? I am Chris Ingram.
And I am Evan Hayes.
And this is the No Bluffing Podcast, where we keep it all the way real, all the way raw, and all the way honest about everything Grizzlies. Glad to be back with another week. Got some definitely good conversation to chop it up with y'all about today for sure. Me and Evan had a week. Good and bad moments on both sides, man. But we here, we here to chop it up about what's been going on for sure. I know I tapped in and told, a couple weeks ago I was waiting on some good news, and I got what I needed this week for sure. So happy about that. It's been some other little stuff happening here and there. Man, me and Evan had some crazy car stories that we've been dealing with this week, man. But everybody we here. We safe. Healthy. That's the most important. We safe. We in good health, and other stuff can be, taken care of, replaced or whatever, man. So thank God for that. But man, other than that, Evan, bro,
I already told you how you want to do this. I already told
you know what? Let's not even do that today because we already talked about it. So
I already told you. So I ain't feel lie to the people, man. I ain't feel lie to them. I'm here. That's all important. We good. We talking. We got breath in our body. So we're going to keep it moving. You feel me?
We're going to do it like that today, bro.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. We're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Before we get started with the show, man, because this is going to be a quick one, or quicker than what we normally do. I do want to just touch on, and I ain't even tell you I was going to talk about this, bro. I just wanted to kind of touch on it really, really quickly because it definitely played into me having a good weekend. I had some other things that, happened this weekend. Went to shout out to Isabel Harrison. That's my wife's one of her best friends that she grew up with, almost like basically sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know they got the AU Athletes Unlimited out in Nashville this season. I think they got renewed for another season next year as well. So the W is doing big things. They got AU, they got Unrivaled, which is killing down there. I think they're in Florida.
Yeah.
But got to go down there and see them play this past weekend. But a lot of other stuff. But the one thing I want to touch on really quick because it's dealing with the Grizzlies, but I didn't want to really make it a topic, bro. For those y'all that ain't on Twitter, it was some things that kind of happened, some back and forths or whatever between different parties, and it's rough on Grizz Twitter, bro. I'll be honest. Like you got people that had to pick sides on, do they like Jenkins? Do they not like Jenkins? Do they like said player? Do they not like said player? It's so much bigger than back and forth. But I think at the end of the day, everybody just wants this team to win a championship. We talk about it on this show all the time. And it was a situation with, our guy Shot By Now. Y'all know he's been on the show before. Shout out to him. Where, it was a misunderstanding, bro. I say like that, stuff, wires got crossed, and things like that.
Yeah.
But it was a conversation that happened a couple of days after that between Nye and people that lead the one, I guess you would say the main Grizz space. And shout out to EJ and Young Harriet. Well, it was just a beautiful conversation, bro. I don't know if you was in there that night or got a chance to tap into it. But basically, like I said, it was one of those things where it's just misunderstanding, from words, based off the fan base. And it got deeper to a conversation about the city, the impact of what Ja and his Grizzlies team means to the city. And from there, this weekend, just some of the conversation that happened, even leading from that, bro, I was just proud to kind of see, the fans and extensions of our star player be able to come together on one accord, have a super duper productive conversation, and then to talk about, okay, well, what can we do moving forward, to bless the city and put the city in another light that maybe it's been, looked at upon. So, for everybody that, they talk down on the spaces and things like that, which to me, that's always been silly. I'll be honest, because the spaces is there for what the spaces is there for. And that's for fans to chop it up with each other, in real time of what's happening. And so sometimes, yeah, you're gonna get some crazy stuff that's said. But we always say, I don't care if it's fans or you talking about, TV shows, you may say something crazy one night, sleep on it, and feel another way. So for whatever reason, they get a bad rap. I get it, but I shout out to them. I told them on Saturday, bro, like I'm proud of them because feel how you feel about them. Like they are the ones that are constantly pushing out of space. And I slap my knee when I say that. But a place, for fans to come and engage on Twitter and X and things like that. And they don't have to do it. They ain't getting paid to do that. That's, strictly out of the love and the passion for the game. And, like I said, I'm just happy that conversation was had. And it seems like some big things is coming, bro, from that. So, had a good thing at church today. So I ended with this. God always got the last say. So I'll leave it right there. So shout out to them. Salute to them. Shout out to Nye. Shout out to John and his camp. Man, just shout out to everybody, bro. Like I said, just for me, that made my week because there's been a lot of narratives like we talked about on this show this year where, it's fans versus the team or fans versus said player or said player versus the fan. It's like that's just so silly to even create and accept that as a narrative that ain't even true.
It's dumb.
So yeah, bro, that really made my my Grizz weekend for sure because man, played like shit this weekend.
We'll get into that later, but yeah,
for sure.
We'll get into that for sure.
Yeah, but that was just on my heart to share, bro. Shout out to EJ. Shout out to Young Harry, man. I love what y'all been doing. Y'all know what it is. I ain't got to stay on here too long on that. Y'all know. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. It's obviously working. So salute to them. But we're going to go ahead and pop it off with our first topic of the day, which is kind of a 2-in-1, man. This past weekend, obviously we talked about it was some rough patches that the team had. And Jaren got, a question asked to him this past weekend about, what's considered a failure or what is, successful like with this team this year. And the thing about it, like we talked about it on here before, and I get it. It's kind of it's a silly conversation to me because I feel like every team outside of maybe a rebuilding team, and they may even lie and say it, but most teams in every sport, when they come out of the offseason, their main goal is to go win a championship. Like that's their goal. Mm-hmm. So just because they've said it, like I'm not gonna hold them higher to it because that's what they're supposed to be doing. Like that's what you get paid to do is play the game and go win championships. Yeah, like we know that. Yeah. But he was asked, what does this season look like as far as success or failure? So I want to play this clip really, really quick.
So shout out Paris too. Shout out Paris too for getting put out Sherry Sharkey, who's the representative for Bluffin Media at the Grizzlies games for getting this clip for us. So shout out Paris too, my guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Doing some great work over there right now, bro. So let me go ahead and play this so y'all can hear it from the horse's mouth from Jaren Jackson himself.
Probably, where you shoot for a championship, and then in the season when you didn't win, you kind of reflect, take lessons from every game and every round, and go from there. But I mean, I've never not said that like winning a championship is like if you don't do that, then 29 teams are gonna fail. 29 teams are gonna fail. So it's straight like that.
Yeah. So y'all heard the clip. Like I said, to me, I don't know what athlete is going into the season that not being his goal, to be honest. But just on what you heard from that clip, Evan, and then also just your outlook on it, like what is a successful season to you? And I guess you could say, what's a failure? You can do it in the same breath. What's a success? Which I guess you would say, obviously, a championship is a success, but what's a failure? Where's that line for you?
For me, first of all, again, I'm gonna shout out Pierce for getting the clip and off of what Tripp said. Like you said, like he said what he's supposed to do, but I also do commend Jaren for being consistent since the offseason. He's he's been the most vocal about the whole championship thing, even when the team has been playing well. So he's definitely stepped in a more vocal leader role. So I have to shout out Trip on that. We've always talked about how Dez the leader of this team. I feel like this year, out of all years, Jaren, and last year, but last year was last year. But I feel like Jaren has really been that constant, consistent voice for the team, and of course he's playing on the floor. So of course I shout out Jaren for his answer. But I have a multiple because I presented this question to you a few days ago. So it's a multifaceted. When it comes to just on basketball, if we get bounced out in the first or second round, for me that's a failure. That's just straight up to me. Especially if we lose in 5 or 6 games like we have in the past seasons, that's a failure. Because I'm a type of guy that just comes to anything, I want to see growth. And being that this team where it is roster-wise, and we've said how this is one of the most talented teams we have in the past few years, if we don't progress from previous seasons, that's a failure in my eyes. So that's on first thing, on the completely basketball side of it.
Right.
Tangible success. That's number one. But it's a lot of different levels I would kind of want to get into. First is coaching. And I know how we can talk about this all. I'm trying not to talk your face off about coaching. We've talked about that all freaking year.
Thanks.
If I don't see TJ and this staff putting us in position or winning us basketball, of course TJ can't go out there and shoot the jump shots and turn the ball over. But I need to have TJ and the staff not being a hindrance to us as well. And we talked about that. We're going to talk about that in our next topic. I'm not going to say what that topic is, but there was a lot of things we've seen this season where certain guys should be in the game where they haven't been, and vice versa. We've had guys on the bench too long. We've had us running sets that isn't hindering. Yes, the players have to play, obviously, but the coaches have to put the players in position to be successful. And I've seen on more times than not this season, TJ and our bench or whatever. I'm not saying the bench is in his assistants have been outcoached on certain games.
Right.
Where on paper we should run away with a game, but because of poor late game execution, because of poor rotation, because poor feel of the game, that's led to some losses. And we've seen that in the past few days, past few weeks.
Right.
I want to see if I keep seeing TJ and the front office giving away games, man, I say that's a failure. We saw in that Lakers series, yeah, LeBron was LeBron, but I would argue that I feel like the Lakers had a better scheme than we did during those games. They exploited us down low, and we couldn't have it. We didn't have any answers. We just didn't.
And they used Dylan Brooks against us.
Exactly. And that's scheming. and we depend on Ja to win us that series. And as great as Ja is, he can't win a whole series for you against LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Right.
I believe Ja didn't drop 47 in a game that series. He dropped 47 and 10 one of those games. He was on game 5 or game. So I know it was in LA. It was whatever that game was in LA. He dropped 47 and 10. He was our only source of offense. Literally only source of offense. And as good as Ja is, he can't do that. I don't want to see him play where we run into the Clippers or the Rockies or whoever we play in the first, second round, and we don't have anything to go to. Or we have Edie on the bench for too long. Or we're not playing certain guys that should be playing. We still have the debate on who should be the first guys off the bench between Gigi Jackson and Luke Kennard. Sometimes Gigi Jackson plays 5 minutes some games. Then there's some guy he plays more than Luke Kennard. Right. That's the type of stuff that I would deem as a failure if we keep having the same issues. Then my last point, because I know we're not trying to be on this for too long tonight. So number 1 is just tangible success. 2 is coaching. And 3 is the overall maturity of this team. I feel like in most of the past playoff series that we've lost, those teams forget the on paper, players being better or not. I feel like those are more mature. They were way more mature than our guys. And just that could be an age thing. That just be just some simple maturation of playing basketball. We played the Lakers, who had a 37, 38-year-old LeBron James at the time, who's been through everything. Anthony Davis, who's been through everything. Yeah. They played the Warriors team. We know all the battles the Warriors have been on. I still feel like we were a better team than that Warriors team. Honestly, that's just my personal opinion.
I mean, we ain't had Ja, man. We ain't going nowhere without him.
Yeah, because Ja was out 2 of those games. He was out 2 of those games, right?
2 or 3. I can't remember.
Yeah. Because I remember we lost game 1. We lost game 1 game. Anyway, I'm not going to try to rehash it. But I still feel like we were in that series because we lost that series in 6. We were in that series without a doubt. We were in that series. But saying it was still some maturity things that kind of showed up. So if I don't see maturity in the playoffs of just the players, the coaching, the whole franchise, then that's what I would deem as a failure. And my short answer for success outside of winning a championship, again, I'm a growth type of guy. I want to see a Western Conference Finals. I want to see that. That's like the most bare minimum success for me. I want to see us in a competitive Western Conference Finals. If we get swept in the Western Conference Finals, I don't care. Because you got swept, you shouldn't have been. But I want to see a very competitive. If we get beaten 7 by whoever in the Western Conference Finals, I can't be too mad at that. Because that means
you mad at the sweep.
I'm mad at the sweep. Yeah, I am mad at the sweep. Yeah, for sure.
Is that a failure if they get swept in the Western Conference Finals?
I think so. Because I feel like if you get to that point, you should be competitive enough to at least get a game.
Yeah.
That means you got outplayed, you got outcoached, you got outgunned. Like that team was just straight up better than you. You got punked. I don't think any team in the Western Conference
is word they like to use.
Yeah, I don't think any team in the Western Conference is just that much superior than us to just beat us 4 games straight. There shouldn't be, but if all those things, the bad things happen, as I mentioned before, that's when we can get swept. Yeah. So I say at least 6 games in Western Conference Finals. That's what I say. That's the bottom line of success to me. And everything up is everything else is an upper level of success. So at least 6 games in the Western Conference Finals series, I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I'm gonna kind of start, and I'm gonna start with kind of where you left off at. For me personally, success is making it to the Western Conference Finals or more. Failure is not making it to the Western Conference Finals. I don't care how it happens. I don't care if it's 4 or 5 games. I don't care if it's a sweep. I don't care if you lose in the first and second round. I believe that's a failure of the season. And okay, Chris, why you say that? Did these folks not come into the season, not just the team, or not just the fans, but the team themselves come into this season with a different kind of energy? You know, they were, you know, I don't want to say upset, but felt disrespected because of the preseason rankings were kind of going based off of last season, when last season was literally like a historically high amount of missed games due to injury. Like everybody knows that the reason why the Grizzlies, that's why I get so tired of these national TV guys. Yeah, the Grizzlies, they're making a big improvement. Last year they only won 27 games, bro. Honestly, like it's not an improvement. We were literally
context matters, bro. They don't watch the games for
historical injuries, bro. Like that don't got nothing to do with actual talent or now. Granted, we threw games away that we should not have lost. I said that probably the first 25 games before Ja got there. 3 or 4 of those games they lost. Easily they should have won without the guys that they had. So yeah, like the way that the energy coming into the season, Marcus Smart got injured again. Yes, he's not on this team no more at this point. But in hindsight, when the season began, even going back to Ja, like the whole happy Ja is a good Ja thing. Like we went from all of that just certain aura energy that we had at the beginning of the season to now, bro, our wheels are spinning like a mug. You know what I'm saying? So, like my expectation of the team, even though we've said on here, you know, if I've said on here, like I've pulled back my my emotion out of it. You know, my emotion is not there at all at this point. Wherever the chips land, they land, and you know it's time to make decisions going into next season. But it still stands the same because at the beginning of this season, you came into the season with that energy of we going to bust the West ass, and it's not
funny. Like
yeah. So I'm not gonna change when that's what the expectation was coming into the season. Like I said, my emotions are out of it, but at the same time, I'm still keeping that same expectation. I love how you broke it down in different aspects of what you're looking for out of that. Because to me, it's just, I look at it the same way in a certain sense. You waited all the way until the trade deadline and did nothing but a salary dump for with Marcus Smart, and you did nothing to add
to this roster. Yeah,
no veteran presence. Shout out to my guy Lamar Stevens. Glad to see him.
I hope they sign him for the whole year. By the way, I really hope they.
I think they will, because I don't.
Yeah.
Who else you gonna get right now? PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna call Pat Bev? I would love to have Pat Bev, but you got.
Yeah, you take him from China. You got to take him from China.
Go send Scottie Pippen home if you're gonna go get him, please.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what the move is. He just showed too much to me in that Spurs game. That's like, okay, he can really affect us in a good positive way. Yep. But bro, they did nothing to add veteran presence to this team. They did nothing to shore up the holes they had. We are literally about to go into the playoffs. No, I don't know what seed, because we're falling now, and the Lakers are moving up.
Yeah, we're fourth right now.
You're going into the playoffs starting 2 rookies, and don't get me wrong. Shout out to Mr. Wells. I love what Jalen has shown this season. Do I think he's ready to be your starting small forward his rookie season, and you make it to the Western Conference Finals? I wouldn't bet my money on it. Now, me, supporting him and hoping that hoping for the best for him, in that position. Yes, obviously, I'm sending him all the positive energy I can, because he don't mind, and he's showing that he'll be a player at some point. But I'm not gonna bet my hard-earned money on that would be the case. It's just it's not history, and he's showing where he can have up and down games. Some of it may be scheme, some of it's just being a 22-year-old rookie, whatever he is. I can't even remember his age, but. And then we already know what's going on with Zach Edey. You set 5 players. It was 4 or 5 players that they sat going against the Spurs. 2 of them were starters. And Zach Edey don't start. And you don't start Zach Edey for what?
Who still had a great game, by the way, despite your dumb decision. Still had a great game, by the way.
Bro, explain that to me, bro. What sense does it make that your 2 starting guards don't play, but you take the center out of the starting lineup?
You gonna make me go into the next segment without me wanting to go to the next
part of it. I just want a simple answer. Can you give me a simple answer that answers that question?
Nah, it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That's why I want to talk, because it doesn't make sense why. And first is a matchup thing. I always hate that Zach Kleiman said that once we drafted Edey, people were talking about how we're gonna adjust Edey on the floor. People are gonna adjust us. Yeah. He has not once paid that statement back this whole season. But the whole basketball world and Victor Wembanyama is out for the season. And Bismack Biyombo, the former Grizzly Bismack Biyombo, is the starting 10-day center for the Spurs. And you have a 7'4" Canadian man who will probably eat that man for breakfast. And you sit him because why? You can't say Bismack Biyombo's mobile. He's 6'8", 6'9" on a good day. He has got bad hands.
Bro, I can see you starting Santi. I got it.
Slide to the 3 and keep him moving. You started Gigi.
John Conchar that ain't been in the rotation since Gigi got back on Martin Luther King Day.
And you don't even start Gigi either, which
you don't start Gigi. You pull this dude from the depths of hell to come start. And then you put the 10-day guy out there, and he shows that he's an actual formidable, piece to the game, to the team. And pretty much that second half, Giddy was not heard from outside of the first few minutes. Bro, you just do the dumbest. And I'm not going to go into that because, like you said, we're going to get to that in a second, talking about him. But, bro, this is the kind of stuff that it's hard for me to have any, patience to listen to the Taylor Jenkins supporters. Because, bro, he's in year 6. And he's doing stuff that a rookie head coach is supposed to do. We supposed to give him that pass when Taylor Jenkins ain't had no beard. Back when he just had this square ass head and them big ass boots, that's what we supposed to give the excuses to then. No, bro, he got a whole beard lined up. He done found him a Memphis barber, slimmed down. You know what I'm saying? Got the Memphis apparel on. He in year 6. You a vet.
Yeah.
And you are out here doing the same dumb shit. So I'm sorry, bro. Y'all been saying it's one game, and then it turns into 12 games. It turns into 20 games.
He's been doing it the whole season, bro.
And we look up and we talking about the same thing in May. If we make it to May, y'all gotta bro, it's insane. So yeah, it's a lot of things that's going to have to get shored up. adding veterans to this team, which you can't do. That's done. You can't add anything to your team at this point. You can't make any coaching change. I mean, you could, but it's pointless at this point. You went so far long. Let him finish it out. So yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, a failure is not making it to the West Finals, and I'm good with that because if they get put out in the first round,
changes will be made.
I know what's probably finna happen. Second round, you can try to give them some slack because of whatever the case may be.
No, I'm sick of that. No, bro.
No, I'm cool. No, it's time to make some changes.
You're not getting no pat on the back for making it to the second round, bro, and getting bounced out of the second round.
Not with this team. Because this team, we can't talk about, again, going back to the beginning of the season, what do we all say? This is the most talent that a Grizzlies team has ever had going into a season. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, bro. I'm cool. Like, you can start talking about plus minus. You can talk about, 3-point shots. You can talk about this, that, and third. I know we're finna get into it, but none of that matters in a 1-point loss.
Nah.
None of that matters in a 2-point loss. Like, that goes out the window when the game is down to 2 minutes, a couple possessions.
You got to execute.
Yeah, you can kiss my ass with that. So, with everything that I said, and it kind of leads me to what my answer is off top. I'm gonna let you answer it. Like, I'm not gonna say the team because I don't want to put that. I don't like the connotation that it gives off with that because that could just sound like it's just the players. But I'm gonna say, like, from a franchise level, like, are we moving like a serious contender right now? Because in my opinion, like, no, we're not. And it's not just because we lost a few games. I've been saying this shit the whole season. I said it after the trade deadline, and now things are just showing that the same issues that we've been talking about. You've been on here. Shout out to me and you. It's been a year since we've been doing this podcast. You said it last week.
Yeah, we got like 2 weeks. Yeah.
yeah. We've been doing this for a year. We've been saying this for a year. And if y'all been listening before then, I've been saying it for the last 2-3 seasons. Like, these things are not changing, bro. They are habitual habits. To me, and I shout out to Memphis X. He said on Twitter, bro, I don't have my phone because it's on the charger. But he said a tweet. He was responding to Sane. Shout out to Anthony Sane about things going on with the season, bro. But he said, Sane was saying something about, like, they got their max guys. What are they supposed to do as far as, like, paying, more people? And he said, man, all they gonna do, Memphis X, he said all they gonna do is just keep on subbing out and replacing these dudes with younger talent or kids. And that's basically what they're doing. Like, okay, Jake LaRavia, David Roddy, Zaire, y'all was the young hot things, but y'all didn't turn out, so we're gonna replace y'all with some new ones. Gigi, Jalen, when it's time to pay y'all, we're probably looking at the way they doing things. Whether they pan out or not, they're probably gonna replace them with younger guys, because guess what? They ain't gonna have the money to pay them if they actually show what we think they can do. So, like, no, bro, you don't win by doing that. The formula is there. Yes, you home grow your main stars,
your core, yeah.
But after that, you fill it in with vets, dog. Like, that's the proven formula that we've seen with all these championship teams. So to me, it's like, who the hell are we to think that we're gonna be different? And we already have issues with our main three. Like, they all have very big, glaring
issues.
Holes, yeah. So I know I said my piece on that, but just to get your thoughts on that before we move on to the next main topic.
Yeah, I don't know if you gotta change the bottom for that.
I don't. I ain't gonna.
For sure.
Yeah. I just want to see it. Yo, I just want to get your thought on it.
Yeah, short answer. I'll say 85% of the time we don't run like a serious franchise, because I don't know, man. Like, I'll never play in the NBA, and hopefully I get to the point in my media career where I can be around the NBA enough to know the P's and Q's and the ins and outs of, like, resting guys and playing guys. But I've watched basketball for my young 21 years, and I understand the importance of post All-Star break basketball, number one. Also, post All-Star break basketball, when you are in a jockeying for position for the playoffs.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense to me, like we've seen the most time this year, resting your best guys when you don't have room to rest your best guys. That's what makes me so angry. Like, when I saw the injury report, and then, like, I saw Dez was resting, Vince was okay. I give Vince come back from injury, so I guess I give Vince a pass. But it was Dez, Vince, who was BC, And because I know Ja got added late. I'm trying to see who else was on that short list before Ja got added. I think that was it. I think that was it. So them three. I was like, okay, Dez kind of weird. BC, he got hit in the lip. Like, I've been hitting the lip a lot playing basketball. Like, you could play my guy. Yeah. Even in a game where, okay, I guess with Gigi, he had an eye. If he actually couldn't see out his eye, okay, I get it. I don't know how Gigi had an eye information. I don't know how that happened because he only played 5 minutes the game before. So that kind of seemed a little fishy to me.
Like me, and you mess around sleeping a contact, you got something bad. I mean, it could happen. The running joke on Twitter was that he had his face somewhere where he didn't need to have his face at, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Shout out to my boy Gigi.
Let's keep it TV 14 here.
Right.
But yeah, like, and then they added Ja. I was like, bro. And I tweeted, if y'all can look back, I said, this is going to be a trap game. I said, if we don't take care of our business early, we're going to lose this game. And that's exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. But it comes to a franchise for allowing your players to rest. And it comes on to the players as for not having the person accountability. Like, we don't want to back second to back. Man, we're going to play in the Spurs without Wemby. We can chill. Like, no, bro. Like, we are in playoff serious basketball now. Like, every game matters. And y'all think because yeah, like you think because Wemby ain't playing and they just got Steph and Greg probably didn't come back for the rest of the year that they folk not gonna try to hoop. Like Zay, shout out Zay Dotson, one of my dogs. He tweeted San Antonio felt disrespected because the Grizzlies rested all their players, and they damn sure did.
Yep.
Like they felt, and they came out and punched us in the mouth, and we were down by double digits in the first. You know, Stephen Castle hear the whole thing about him and Jalen Woods being the rookie of the year and all that. Mm-hmm. And Stephen Castle, like, he played well. De'Aaron Fox played a great game.
Yeah.
Like, Chris Paul has an infamous career with him in Memphis. Like, you know, he gonna try to hoop every time he come to Memphis.
Right.
So, like, if we can think about these things, yes, we don't get paid $100 million to bounce the ball and shoot it in the basket. Yes, we get that. But if me and Chris can get that and to see the concept of those situations, why can't the players get paid to do it? Why can't the front office see that? That's what I'm saying.
It ain't
like
the players, that's the problem. That ain't the players. If you think John Morant, Desmond went to Taylor Jenkins and Zach Kleiman and said, "Hey, Stephon Castle and what's the dude with the funny hair? Sohan."
Sohan, yeah.
They coming in Memphis tonight, man. We just had a hard game against Cat and them. We just gonna chill tonight. Man, if you think that the players said that, we are wrong. Like, that ain't him. And Jaren said it early in the season. When they hold the blocker, when Dez and John were mad, he said there's people above us are making the calls on this stuff. Man, let me stop. Go ahead.
It's just I'm saying it's accountability on both sides. Because you're right, but I still feel, of course, I'm not, hopefully I'll find out this one day. But if Ja Morant say forget that, I'm playing, I feel like they would, you can't tell your superstar if he just held bent. I feel like there could at least be a conversation to be had. And if not, then we got the wrong people in charge. And that goes through the whole thing about not being a serious franchise. It's not amending your roster in certain ways that clearly needs it. Like I tell you, I feel like this front office thinks we are way better than we actually are. Mm-hmm. And that's a problem. Like, arrogance is bliss. As J. Cole saying, pride is the devil. Like, pride is the devil. Now, seriously, like, you can. So what you gotta say?
I'm just on both sides of it. Because, like I said, I really think talent-wise we have what we need. It's the way that they are being. Bro, they are losing these games before the ball is thrown up, bro. That's what it is. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying is, yes, we have a great team, but we're not just head and shoulders above everybody else in the league to be moving like we move. And that's what I'm saying. I know we have a great team on paper, but we're nobody
moving
is, though. No team in the NBA right now is heads above. So I get what you're saying, but like everybody, especially if you're looking at the top four in the West, everybody, if we looking at talent, let's break it down right now. Look at Denver. They number 2 or they 3 right now?
They 2 because Lakers is 3 and we're 4.
Okay. They got a Jokic. When Ja is at the maximum of his powers, he been having a down season because of all the things that we've talked about before. We ain't got to rehash.
We've seen some with peak Ja this year. We've seen flashes of Ja, and he has been on that level of a tier 1 NBA player. So I see what you're going.
Yeah. Go look at his stats. Even in a down year, the man is still averaging like 22, 23 points a game, almost 7 or 6. Like it's a down year, and it's still like You know what I'm
All-star
saying?
level, all NBA level, yeah.
So you talking about Ja Jokic. Next down from there, who's the Nuggets' next best player? Jamal
Murray.
The season that Jaren is having, okay.
Trip. Yeah, I got Trip.
We're gonna keep them on the same level, right? And then that third player is what? It's a toss-up between
Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, any of those three, yeah.
So when we talking about head above, like we can do the same thing with Shea and them and the Thunder. We can do the same thing down the line, bro. Like when it comes to talent, nobody is really heads above us, and we ain't probably heads above nobody else. But what it come down to is the way that we are using our players. I think no, it wasn't you. I was texting. It was somebody I was talking about. Bro, oh, I don't know what happened. Can you hear me? You there? Okay, cool. Bro, it irritates my soul that when I look out there and it's Ja Morant, Scottie Pippen, and whoever else bench players you can think of. Bro, what is Ja supposed to do with that? Like, I get it. You're trying to maximize your big three and have one or maybe two of them on the court at the same time. But I'm sorry, bro. Like, it's no reason why Ja is sitting there running with another selfish point guard.
Very selfish.
Like, and you got him out here with just other scrubs, basically. You ain't even putting him out there with Jalen Wells coming back. Like, if you're trying to match people up, match him up at least with Jalen Wells so you got a defender and a three-point shooter. Like, it's so irritating the way that we run the team, bro. Like, and in our strategy, I seen Desmond Bain a game last week, and we talked about it before. Mr. Wells low-key snitched when he said, man, if he allowed Jalen Wells to shoot the mid-range, he'll even be averaging more than what he's averaging. Bro, they don't even want them folks shoot mid-range shots. We telling Ja to go get a midi, and his philosophy is against it. I saw Desmond Bain pump fake somebody, like swivel his like snake his way into the middle of the paint. Could have easily had a wide open mid-range. This man snaked his way to the left corner and kicked it out to somebody to shoot a three. Fam, what kind of basketball are we playing, bro?
Analytical basketball.
And we go play teams that just go out there and hoop and then wonder why we lose. Perfect transition. God damn. Perfect transition. Closing games.
Where my ball at? Man, just
where your ball at, bro? Because
where my ball go? Dang. Oh, that's
look here.
Never mind.
Put your hands up. I'm finna pass it to you because I ain't really got much. I'm gonna let you just do what you gotta do. Here. Do your thing.
It's a goal right here, y'all. I got a goal right here, y'all. If y'all can't see, Anyway. Okay, so if y'all been living on a rock, we are currently on a 2-game lose streak because of 2 very bad losses. One to the San Antonio, well, one bad loss and one loss. It was still a bad loss, but to the Spurs, shouldn't have lost either to the Spurs and to the Knicks. Both games we were in winnable positions, and both games we unexecuted. Unexecuted is that even the word? We did not execute down the stretch. And we've seen this problem throughout the year against the games against the Rockets, games against the Nets, games against the Mavericks. We are bad at closing games. It's just as simple as that. Because everybody throws out the Phoenix games and the Boston games. Again, I go off of history. Yes, we acknowledge those games, but I'm not going to take. I'm going to take the bigger sample size.
Yep.
More. I wish I had the numbers right in front of me because it's on my phone. I can't look at it right now. Like us in clutch time. Like I would love to see our record in like clutch games.
And it ain't just this season either.
Yeah, it ain't just this season. This has been
bad for the team, though.
This has been a problem. Most of our best quarter is the third quarter because that's when Ja normally comes out on fire coming out the half, and that propels us to finish games in the fourth. That's how that's our formula of winning games. We come out, if we're playing a heavy team, we come out kind of dead. We fight back in the end of the first to the second. We kind of break off even. We go crazy in the third quarter. We win games. That's been our philosophy. You hope you blow them out. That's been the philosophy of the Taylor Jenkins era of Memphis Grizzlies basketball. And I don't know about you, the grit and grind era we grew up on, that is not what we was used to. If it was late in the fourth quarter, we were confident. We could be in a dogfight the whole game. And since we had Zebo, Mark, Mike, and TA, we like, okay, we got a chance. We got a fighting chance. I don't have that feeling anymore that if we in the 3.5 point game that we gonna pull it out. Like I had in the green game, I had at least a 75 to 85% confidence rate every time. Hey, if it's a 2 possession game, we're gonna find a way.
Yep.
Because we know Lionel or whoever coach we had at that time was gonna get the balls in the hands of the right guys. We were gonna play very good defense, not trap. We're not gonna trap when we don't need to. We're not gonna take any necessary gambles. We're not gonna allow 8-second calls. Like, oh my gosh, we got that 8-second call against the Knicks where Jaren got the great block, saved the ball. Ja got it, and the shot clock started moving, and TJ just looking.
Man, over there eating popcorn like a fan.
OG Anunoby is dang near murdering 12. Trying to, as a smart basketball player would, to scramble. The clock is going. Mm-hmm. Props to OG Anunoby for doing it. No fault on his, but that's a smart basketball play.
Right.
Again, he's coached by a good coach in Tom Thibodeau. You can say what you want about Tom Thibodeau being crazy and not resting his players. He's a good basketball coach.
Right.
He's a good basketball coach. And TJ let the 8-second call, not call him timeout, and they gave the Knicks the extra possession. And you saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Ja made a great play, got us in the lead. But again, you can't. Okay, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna just stay to this point. As great as Ja Morant is, and great as Jaren Jackson Jr. is, and sometimes Desmond Bane, you can't depend on them solely to win games. It has to be a collective team effort. Depending on those guys, we're going to do a call 12 and call 13. Every time we're in a pickle, it's not a recipe for success. You have to draw the proper things. You have to not have guys trapping or not have guys not trapping in certain situations. When you have to have a feel of the game. And that's what we've been lacking this year and the years in the past. We've tried to out-talent or out-man people. And when it comes to hard, gritty basketball, it's about having stuff. Yeah, it's. I'm talking about like in the playoff basketball, in playoff atmosphere basketball, you need offense. Number one, you can go to. You need players on the floor that can know what to do and when not to do it, and have a coach with the wherewithal to put the guys in the best position to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. As much as I love Ja going to the rim, everybody in the arena know when it's last and 5 seconds, we know Ja getting to the rim. Other teams know that too. And and I'll take that shot because that's much confidence I have in Ja Morant. But you got to throw something else out there. Just doing a down screen so Ja can get it and going down here, that's not basketball. That's not offense. You got to be able to go to something down the stretch. Because literally our whole offense down the stretch is high screen and roll or Ja playing one-on-one. Like, yes, because Ja is so good, it makes it look like it's working. But that's not how to properly win a basketball game down the stretch. Having Santi Damian when he's a defensive liability some games, and him guarding OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges, those things aren't helping. Not having Zach Edey in for rebounding in the final stretches of the game when we need rebounding.
Well, he actually did have been there.
I'm just talking about in general. I'm just talking about like what we've seen throughout the game.
That's probably was dumb on his part because you playing Cat as a center.
Yeah, because you need a stretch. Yeah.
He do shit wrong, bro. I'm sorry. Like, we can break it down till we blue in the face. He just do shit at the wrong time, bro. And people say they want to blame it on the players. They should have made shots. They should have did this. They should have did that.
You gonna make miss shots, bro. It's gonna
happen. Basketball, bro. You gonna miss tackles in football. You gonna drop passes in football.
I ain't gonna be mad at Ja if he misses that layup. Like, yo, he got a good look at the rim. He missed it. Like 8 times out of 10, he making that shot. Right. But there was a lot of things that got us to that point where it shouldn't have happened. Just that on that. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the shift has to be within this team, within our coaching staff, to realize, like, when it comes to slowing the game down and not just playing this free-flowing, equal basketball offense, that you have to be able to get to stuff, and you have to be able to sit down and just play defense without fouling and knowing how to rotate. Like, that's simple, bro. Like, that's what in your few years, what your daughter gonna learn when she starts playing basketball. Like,
yeah.
1 pass away, deny, 2 passes away, help, and not over helping or not under helping. Like, that's simple basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you got a shooter on you, Don't leave him. Like we left. Oh, what was that game? Landry Shamet. We let Landry Shamet and Cameron Payne shoot them back in the game. Every time Cam Payne come to Memphis, he won a show out. Every single time. Every single time.
All those girls that didn't give me no chance when I was in high school. They thought my, you know what I'm saying? They thought my grill was messed up, but they
thought my hair was messed up. Yeah, like bro. Every time.
That. Yeah, watch this. Left hand.
Landry Shamet has been kicking Memphis. He's been hooping in FedEx Forum since he was at Wichita State.
That's a funny dude, bro.
Man, that boy can shoot the cover out the ball though. He can shoot that thing though. Yeah, I would love to have him on to shoot. He been hooping. He been hooping in FedEx Forum since college. Every time he plays in the FedEx Forum, no matter if he's playing for the Tigers, playing against the Tigers or Grizzlies, he shoots the ball very well. It's context. If us sitting on the couch at home can realize this stuff, why are you scheming guys to play two pass away help on guys like that? It's just simple. Even the game against even against the game against Phoenix where he won that game, Grayson Allen was kicking our ass. He played for you, TJ. And you telling me you can't tell guys to not leave him open and not help off? Grayson Allen was here 3 years ago. He played for you, TJ. It's that type of stuff where in close games, I'm not as confident as I want to be when we get to playoff basketball. Because we play these other teams, the West Conference, with some other like comparable coaches. Like, say what you want about JJ Redick. That boy, he seems like he's a pretty good freaking coach. Like, if you play against the Rockets, you got Ime Udoka. You play against the Nuggets, you got Mike Malone. You play against, well, I'm not counting the OKC because I feel like they just got a really good. I just feel like they got. Anyway, if you play against most teams in the conference,
credit, bro. We gotta stop hating on them folks.
I ain't hating, bro. It's just,
they a well-oiled machine, bro. Like that's
okay. Yes, they play well together. Yes, I can give them that. They play well together. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all the upper echelon of coaches, all the teams in West Conference, we probably will see. They have either good to elite coaching. And I don't know where we are. We can press that right now. Because there are certain games, there are some games that we look great, that we are on one accord and there, but it's just not consistent. And that's where our problem has been the whole year, consistently. The consistency. Finishing games is where you make your money. It's just like how people call third down the money down. Fourth quarter is money time. And we can look good on first and second down all day, but we don't have a coach drawing up the right plays on third down. It's 3rd and 8, and you're on the 15-yard line, and you can't settle for a field goal. What play do you call? That's stuff that we need.
And that's what's so crazy, bro. I've been giving this man credit for his plays damn near 3-4 years. I've been saying it. 2 things with TJ that I give him credit for. When people say, oh, you don't give him credit for nothing. Yes, I do. I give him credit for basically cultivating an environment where these guys are feeling empowered to be themselves. I give him credit for that. They have grown into their own. I don't give them credit for their development per se, but I give him credit for cultivating that space to where they
confidence. Yeah. Confidence.
Thank you. He's still confident in every last one of his players. The second thing I give him credit for is his play, the plays that he can draw up. He can draw up some beautiful ass plays and get some open shots, some open lanes or whatever. I give him credit for those 2 things. Where he's terrible and where it is in year 6, it's time for him to go and roll. In my personal opinion, he lacks just basketball intelligence. Like that's just what he lacks, bro. Like when you talking about all like these elite coaches, they know this either because they've been under guys that have great basketball intelligence. And it's hard to say that because like you've been under basically the tutelage of almost NBA royalty when it comes to coaching staffs. You've been under Bud, who's been under Pop. You are an extension. You are under that family tree of Pop, and whatever way that you want to say it. And it's like, bro, you ain't got a damn clue when it comes to just general basketballology. Like, I don't care about you going to Penn. Like, bro, where is your hooping? You need to go to the precinct, my guy. You need to go sit at the precinct and just watch them folk hoop from 12 midnight to 8 in the morning and just watch them hoop. Watch them talk about whatever, what they're cutting off, what they're not going to allow in a pickup game that they probably ain't. I mean, they might be betting some money, but they probably, I mean, they ain't doing none of that for no money. They just going out there hooping. Like it's simple stuff, bro. Like I said, they losing these games from the before the tip. I can't even say at the tip. They're losing these games. They lose half of the time before the tip because of our basketball values, our morals and values in basketball are just all screwed up. Like you said, like it's no reason, man. Shout out to Melvin popped in here. That defensive rotation has been terrible for years. We are constantly at the top of the defensive listing because we got Jaren Jackson and had Dylan Brooks, and now we got Jalen Wells, Vince Williams. I mean, y'all know who we got on the team. But when it comes to just strictly basketball discipline, bro, our perimeter defense is horrible. And if you think in an age where everybody's valuing the three-pointer over two, I've heard some nerds literally say that 2-point shots are bad basketball shots. I've heard that back to the basket turnaround hook shots are the worst shot in basketball. Bro, y'all need to stop talking about basketball. Just stop.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. For real.
Y'all have no clue. These nerds have like literally infiltrated y'all brain and messed up the game that Phil Knight created. Like this is just god off. What's it?
James Naismith Field. I was like, James Phil Knight is crazy.
Bro, you already know what's going on my brain. So my bad.
Definitely said Phil Knight. Crazy basketball. That's funny. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna clip that one. Yeah, that's real funny. That's cool. That's
bro.
Funny.
Like,
keep going. Yeah,
you can't cheat the game, bro. You can't cheat the game, and we continue to try to do it. The other night, this man, and I'm glad he came out and said it, but you just keep making yourself like a buffoon. Well, I told Vince to go over there and double team him at the 3-point line, and you up by 2.
2. Like the 2 don't hurt you. Give up a layup all day. Like you don't give up. And then the game.
Bro, we go to the MAM Center in Memphis right now, and it's coaches that won't do that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you 5-year-olds, like general basketball knowledge, like people will never do that. But he's smart. He did, man. Y'all can get out my face.
And then against the game against the Spurs, you stayed home on that one, and you saw what happened. And it was a different game situation. It was a tie game, wasn't it? It was a tie game, right? Yeah, it was a tie game.
Yeah, they won by 2.
It was a tie game. Yeah, it was a tie game. That's the time where you don't let De'Aaron Fox beat you. That's when it's cool to see you send 2 guys at him, get out of it, and see what happens.
Like I wasn't even mad at that shot, bro.
Like he made a good shot. He went 1-on-1. He made a good shot. I'm just saying I don't want
hats off.
I'm saying I don't want De'Aaron Fox beat me. That's all I'm saying. I would rather someone else take that shot. That's my whole thing.
Oh, you saying deny him take it? I see what
you're saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Deny him the ball. Send like from the out of bounds. Have 2 guys on him.
That's a good point.
That's what all I'm saying. Yeah, trust Jalen Wills all day. Like cool. But why not have Jalen Wills and whoever's guarding the ball just deny him the ball outright?
Mm-hmm.
Because worst case scenario, you have Jeremy Sohan or Stefan like, yo, I can, or Chris Paul, like, if they beat you, I'm cool. I don't want the best player on the team doing that. Like, you do it sometimes when they don't want Devin Booker to touch the ball and KD. Like, they've done that before. Like, we just saw it with the Phoenix game. That's what I'm saying. It's consistency, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like when KD got that, we didn't know. We hard denied him the ball, but they got him off because they ran him off 2 screens for him to get the ball.
Right.
We've done it before. Why can't you do it again? That's why I say it's not serious, because we thought we was gonna walk in at home and just wipe the floor with San Antonio. That's what I'm saying. It's not serious. It's a personal accountability top to bottom. That's why I say that. It's on the franchise, the players, the coaches. Be like, yo, we cannot take none of these games lightly going into the playoffs. You can't. There is no game for the rest of this way. You can just, I bet we can check out this game. Like, this is not the time for that. You had your breast. You had your All-Star break. You had your time to R&R. It's time to really lace up and hoop.
Yeah, dog. Who do we play if the playoffs started right now with the 5 matches?
The Clippers.
Oh, good God Almighty!
I don't want to see James Harden and Kawhi Leonard and
Ty Lue and Norman Powell. Shout out to Ty Lue, because he's the one that even gave us G.G. Jackson. Folks they forget about that.
Yeah.
Do you remember that game? Yeah. For those of you that don't remember, G.G. Jackson wasn't getting no tick last year, even with all the injuries. It was Ty Lue. After, I can't remember if it was a tech and somebody got injected, he had to pick somebody. For whatever reason, he had to pick the free throw shooter on the free throws. and he picked the coldest dude at the end of the bench to come in and shoot the free throws. And that is the legend of Gigi Jackson, how it started. Shout out to Ty Lue. It wasn't Taylor Jenkins. He wasn't giving a damn about playing OGG at all.
No. So and even okay, so let me look back in the conference because I just want to break this down so we can get out of here because we right under an hour.
The Clippers, boy. Woo.
Yeah, okay. So right now, no, actually, I was wrong. Right now, we playing the Rockets because we playing the Rockets right now. So I was wrong. We playing the Rockets right now. Yeah, the Rockets are 5 right now. The Clippers are still some ways back. We'll play them losing the 3rd seed. But right now, the Rockets are the 5th seed. And
bro,
we've seen,
go ahead, my bad.
No, I'm just saying we've seen what's happened with the Rockets this year. Would I still rather play them than the Clippers? Yes, I'd rather play them than the Clippers. That's just my personal opinion. But we haven't played them good. We haven't. So, and again, they have a great coach. Despite all his stuff off the court, he's a great coach. He knows how to hoop. They have some great defense.
Stop, bro. Stop. Man, ain't do nothing wrong with the booty.
I think it's time and place. You feel me? Time and place. Don't do it on the clock, bro. On the clock is crazy.
She came on to him. Hey, it is what it is.
Hey,
they only fired him because it was one of the top people's wife. That's all. If it was if it was the equipment manager wife, they wouldn't have said nothing.
They wouldn't have cared. And if he wasn't married to Neil or he wasn't engaged to Neil Long, it probably wouldn't have been no real big thing.
Man. Yeah.
Anyways, he's a good coach. Like Ime Udoka's a good coach, and he has them boys playing. Like Amen Thompson, it's talking about unlocking somebody. Amen Thompson has been unlocked under Ime Udoka. I don't know what Ime Udoka said to is it Amen? Yeah, it's Amen over there, right? Yeah, it's Amen Thompson. Yeah, he has been unlocked since being over there. I did not expect him to be that damn good this early.
Fair.
He's an athletic freak. Like he's damn near, if not the best, the second, third best player on that team. Like, because Sengun, because that team, you really can't decide who's undoubtedly the best player because no matter what night it is, they can pop off.
Oh, you look up 2 years from now, that's our main team.
Oh, yeah, obviously 2 years.
I don't give a damn if I stick on or shit. Jalen Green may not even be there in 2 years.
Yeah, because
Thompson. Oh,
he's the truth.
Serious, bro.
He's the truth. He may make Jalen Green like irrelevant on that team because they thought Jalen Green was gonna be like that at this point, and he hasn't turned out to be that yet. Amen Thompson is tough, but anyway, if we play the Rockets right now, would I still take us in that series? Yeah, but it's gonna be a damn dogfight. That may go 7.
I would take us in right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm not even this guy, bro. I'm not this guy. This is what's pissing me off. You know, I'm not this guy. I'm not this negative doom and gloom guy. But it has nothing to do with the players. It just don't. To me, I have lost confidence in the way that these players are being used. It's not them, and that's unfortunate because at the beginning of the season we had high expectations.
Yep. Damn, the Lakers are 2 seed right now. Damn, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm cool. Just do what's gonna happen. Whatever I'm gonna cheer on. I ain't praying on nobody downfall. But let's just go on fast forward because I already know what's finna happen. That's all I got. I know what's finna happen. Let's just get it over with.
I hope you're wrong. I ain't got to that point yet. I can say that wholeheartedly. I ain't got to that. I'm still confident. I'm still optimistic about this season. Because we have the tools in place to get it done in most capacities. It's just about allocating the resources in the proper way, and that's what has been not been done.
Not gonna happen.
That hasn't.
Like we can twist this shit any kind of way. We know we got the players, but we know what's finna happen with the way that we know it. Bet money right now.
You're wrong, bro. I don't got money to bet, dang. I don't got money to bet.
Better, man, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Man, what you trying to bet? You trying to bet we get bounced in the first round or something? What you trying to bet?
I'm not taking it that far. I'm just saying that like the way we go out, we know the way we're gonna go out. That's what I mean. Like it's not
for sure.
I'm not saying we're gonna get swept in the first round. I'm not saying we're gonna get swept in the second. Hell, I hope we don't get swept in the Western Conference Finals. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is we know how the story ends. And it's gonna be because of somebody gets up there and say some goofy ass words salad at the end and try to either excuse it or he's gonna try to take it on the chin and seem like a noble man, which he should. But at the end of the day, bro, you ain't the one for the job, bro. And I'm really tired of even talking about him, to be honest, like for real, because it sounds like I'm trying to create a narrative, but it's like this shit is in your face. It's been in our face, and it continues to be a problem. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. Nah, bro. He has a issue, and he's not changing it. We've given him a whole new coaching staff, and it's the same shit. Like it's over with, bro. It's over. Sayonara, Taylor Jenkins. I can't wait.
Sayonara is crazy. Now the day, if and when that day comes, I just want to be. I may drive down to your crib just cause. If I'm in Memphis, I just may just drive down to your crib. Like, hey, bro, what we doing for the day? Cause I know you finna have a ball.
You 21 now. We turning up. My guy's a real coach, man. I'm tired of wasting time with this dude. Get my dude some real coaching around here.
I'm gonna drive down to the crib. I'm gonna say hi to your daughters. I'm gonna say hi to your wife. I'm like, hey, we out. we finna have a ball.
It's like them folks that they ain't never grew up having a real like home cooked like seasoned food, and you eat that for the first time, and your life is just changed after that.
Yeah,
man, what did he do? Get a real coach, and then you can really see what's going on around here. I can't wait, bro. Because it ain't fair to them dudes, bro. They working too hard. I'm not rocking with that. I'm choosing the players over dude. I'm sorry. Y'all can sit there and try to choose the coach over the players and blame them and do this and turn on them. I'm rocking with them too. I'm rocking with them guys over there, bro. I ain't rocking with dude. I'm sorry. And call it what you want.
Not taking 12.
The people.
Yeah, taking 12 in the crew, man. 12 in the crew, man. Bro.
Yeah. Stop.
3-6 months.
That's all we got, y'all. We hit right at an hour. So we good. We got what we need to get off today for sure. Appreciate y'all tapping in, rocking with us. Man, I'm finna get the best sleep I ever had in my life. I'm finna pop a muscle relaxer because you know why I need that. Yes. And bro, give me some rest. I hope you get you some rest. Have you a productive week this week, man. Hopefully some good news with that situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, that's all we got, man. Looking for. Hopefully, we got some positives to pull from this week. Them guys get back on the right side of the winning column. We on the final stretch at this point, man. So March is an important month. Yeah, I don't have. You had any post game bounces coming up this week, bro?
I believe I got one coming up, but I had to check back on our schedule. For y'all that don't know, we got the Hawks. For the rest of this homestand, we got the Hawks, the Thunder, and the Mavs. The next time we play, the next time we meet, they will be playing the Pelicans on next Sunday. So 3 more games this week. I just hope everybody shows up for that Thunder game. Ja Morant is questionable for tonight's game against the Hawks. Ja, please play. I'm begging you, please play. So we got the Hawks on Monday, we got the Thunder on Wednesday, and the Mavs on Friday. Well, the Mavs actually on the road. So the last 2 games in this homestand is the Hawks and Thunder. So let's see what happens, man. We got some competitive games coming up. You know, Kyrie is always Kyrie, no matter who's on his team. Kyrie can drag a non-existent team to a competitive game. So we don't have any easy games this week. So we got to come to play. We got to come to ball. The rest of this stretch is a hard part of the season. We got to lace our shoes up and hoop. And the coaching got to make the right decision. But we will see what happens. And that's all we got for today, man.
I ain't going to start Yuki if Ja don't play.
I may actually. I wouldn't denounce my fandom. I wouldn't do it because nothing can make me denounce nothing can make me denounce my fandom of the team. Man. Whatever the closest point is of denouncing my fandom, I'll do that. Like whatever I can do, but like outside announcing, like that would be if they start Yuki. Like I don't like them.
I'm missing, bro.
I know. I just don't like them starting Scotty either. Like it pisses me off because this last time I was like, we got to go. It's so many times.
I sat here on here and told you that's the worst thing they could do is get that man a main roster spot. Now everybody mad because Scotty running around looking like Snoopy every night. That's what y'all get. Y'all did this
Snoopy thing, bro. Bro, it's so many times that Ja be like, throw it up, and Scotty just be.
He think he's talking about shoot that hoe. He said, Oh, pull it. Shit. Let me get this on.
Say that then, man. You ain't got to say nothing but a word, bro. Oh, it pisses me off because Scotty will get the ball full head of steam. Cause you know when Ja know when he doing his run, he start running sideways. Like everybody know, cause Ja start running sideways.
He been do a high jump. Yep.
Yeah. Like Ja, you can't tell Ja used to could high jump in high school. He probably could jump like 6 foot something in high school. Probably close to 7, honestly.
Yep.
And Scotty just be like, I be like, Negro, throw the dang ball. Like, it pisses me off, bro. Like, because Ja want to dunk that. I don't know what he changed throughout the year, but he want to dunk that, but they just not giving him the chance to get on the rim, bro. Like, and his body language be like, he be like, dang, man, like, what we doing? Like, he be like, Ja, as much as I love Ja, he wears his heart in his sleeve, and that's a good and a bad part of him being who he is. Mm-hmm. That's why he be like, bro, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like, he be looking so pissed, bro. Like, Scotty, Santi selfish too, but I ain't gonna talk about Santi because we finna go. Santi selfish too. Santi be pissing me off sometimes too. Santi be pissing me off.
I ain't gonna even go down a rabbit hole, but Santi, you come and talking about y'all get punked, and you are the main person to get punked every time some physicality comes. Just stop talking, y'all. Just go hoop, bro. Just go hoop. Everybody stop talking. Just go hoop.
I need Santi and Scotty to stop being selfish, bro. I need them to stop being selfish. Them jokers got the greenest light in their head. They
coach telling them when Sam Cassell is announced, the head coach, the first day he's gonna say, Scotty, if you look at Tom Morant and this man put his finger there and you don't pass it, I will send your ass so far to South Haven, you don't know how to get back to the farm.
You have to call your daddy to get your ass out of South Haven.
Santi, you pull up on the break with nobody under the goal and you shoot a 3-pointer one more time. I'll have your ass back in wow, wherever you play that so fast. Man, that's what they need, bro. I'm sick of this, man. Oh, shoot it. Y'all just do what man.
Send his ass back to
structure around here.
Send his ass back to Spain for real. His ass playing international ball versus.
Yeah, you go play with Mark. Go play with Mark team. Man. He got a spot for you because we ain't doing this shit no more.
Let my boy rot. That man. You nigga. My man, let me cut. We need to stop.
Hey man, y'all have a good week, man. Do something that puts a smile on your face, makes you happy. We definitely trying to do that over here. We'll see y'all next week. Appreciate y'all supporting as always.
Go good.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the No Bluffing Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.